Yo, what's good? What is good? We are back here with another stream. Shout out to the green screen. Y'all know it's recording season. Y'all gonna be getting some new content, even more new content soon, and sooner than that. Shout out to the Patreon because they've been getting it like crazy. Pause. Crazy style on the Patreon. But yeah, man, we back. Y'all know it's an occurrence. The Keeley events, the new E3s. Yeah, we gotta watch those. Excuse me for eating off screen here. I'm not gonna lie. Past few days, I don't know why. Whenever I start working, I just kind of forget about eating. I'll probably end up losing weight at home this time. Because as y'all may know, I'm in college, university. Shout out to TSU. And after I got out of band, I was gaining weight. But this time since I've come home, I've been losing weight. Of course, I start working out a little bit, but I've been editing more and more. And so it's kind of surprising to me how stationary I am, but while I'm losing weight. In the past few days, I've just kind of been forgetting to eat. Till I'm done with truly everything. Of course, we've been getting the channel back in the swing. The Patreon, the podcast, my editing job that I have. And the special second project as well that I'll let y'all know about sooner rather than later, but eventually. Just wait. Well, we're just waiting right now for the event to start, right? Old Jeff got us eagerly awaiting. We got some minutes left. I don't want this to be. That's crazy loud for you guys. My fault. But yeah, we just gonna be sitting here waiting. This is the first event of the summer. I'm actually just muted for now. I'll put it super low. This is the first event of the summer. Actually, let me mute the stream audio too. There we go. First event of the summer, Summer Games Fest. I've stayed clear of all the leaks. Because for some reason, for a lot of these events nowadays, the games and companies that are going to be there are just unveiled ahead of time. Especially if it's not the surprise that Keeley thinks is going to get everybody. He'll just let everyone know the roster ahead of time. And I'm like, why? Why'd you do that? Just cause you're not getting the big AAA dollars doesn't mean that they're still hyped for a Dynasty Warriors announcement or for whatever. It's not just for Keeley events. The same thing happened with the Sony State of Play. I'm sure the same thing will happen later this weekend with the Xbox event. Excuse me. Next week with the EA event, etc., so on and so on. It's I don't know. I don't really like it. Because I just like the excitement of coming in here, and even if a game's not for me knowing about it now. I think that ruined a lot of stuff for the PlayStation event, but for me, I didn't know anything going in. Except for the fact that PlayStation themselves said that there was not going to be a big first party game that they were unveiling. And even then, they kind of lied because Astrobot was there. But to talk about that for a second, excuse me if any of me chewing is picking up on the mic. To get into the earlier event, the Sony event from last week or 2 weeks ago, I think it was pretty solid. To be honest, again, they said no first party games, so I wasn't expecting any first party games. Also, like all of them just had recent releases, so I know they're working on everything. I'm not stupid, so I wasn't expecting like GTA 6. I wasn't expecting Kingdom Hearts. Wasn't expecting Metal Gear. Wasn't expecting that. Especially because I know that companies have been overcorrecting. And, in the late 2010s, we were getting a lot of like releases. Not releases. We were getting a lot of announcements. Like 3-4 years in advance from games just because like they would get delayed. Development would be halted or whatever. It would change hands. It would change studios, whatever. Game development's long as hell. So the game would probably just be like announced a little bit too early, maybe a year too early. And so to course correct that, what these companies are starting to do, what Xbox and Sony are starting to do, is just like wait until the year before a game comes out to tell us. And because of that, we're in the buffer periods right now of like, okay, all those games are in development, but they don't want to tell us about them like 2-3 years in advance, because then people are gonna be like, oh my god, it's a CGI trailer, no gameplay, because the gameplay doesn't exist yet. They're making it. But like the whole point of these trailers, the whole point of these events is to be hyped. But even then, I still feel like they put together a pretty solid show. I'm a Dynasty Warriors shill. All right, I have played every piece of Dynasty Warriors that has come out since like 2010. I know I'm a late gen Dynasty Warriors guy. Honestly, it probably goes back before then. The only thing that I haven't played since like 06 is like Strike Force. But I've always wanted to play Strike Force. Not Strike Force. I forgot what it's called. But is it Strike Force? I'm gonna pull this up on the side. Not Dragon Ball. Oh my god. Dynasty Warriors. Is it Strike Force? It is Strike Force. Yeah, this glowing shit was on you. Yeah. That's the only like piece of Dynasty Warriors in the past 2 decades damn near that I haven't played. I missed out on that. I even got into Samurai Warriors. I'm a big Warriors show. Well, I'll say Dynasty Warriors specifically. And so like that event, like it was fine to me. Cause like you had Dynasty Warriors, you had a few Souls likes, Marvel Rivals port, okay. I will say it was just a bad look and bad vibes to start with Concord for so long. Concord was not what the hood was looking for at all. The hood is not satisfied. Not speaking for the hood, but I know what the hood wants, and it's not Concord. And the interesting thing is that like I know that like all those live service games, like everything from Fortnite to Destiny to Apex to Overwatch, specifically the team shooters, they do have in-game cinematics, but even still, like that's damn near misleading the customer. You just can't do that. You just can't do that. Let me finish putting this link in different places. Hold on, guys. Yeah, I know it's been a while since I've had to be a full creator, so please forgive me for why isn't it showing my cursor? Why isn't it showing my cursor? There we go. Ooga booga, ooga booga. But yeah, I don't think that I don't think the showcase was that bad. Granted, could you say that my expectations were low? Yeah. But also, like, I'm cool with the smaller games. I'm cool with the Chinese games finally getting their trailers and starting to come out. I'm cool with the little anime game that only Genshin players, only Hoyoverse players are gonna go buy and support. I'm cool with games being just the same genre. Like, I don't get people who are like, oh, it's this type of game, it's bad. It's like, no, it's for somebody. Like, people play hero shooters. People play those anime games. People play Soulsborne likes. It's for them. If it's not for you, that's fine. But, like, Elden Ring just happened 2 years ago. It shouldn't be happening this quickly to where people are like, oh, all these Souls-like games. Like, what? Liza P was great last year. Liza P was great. Wolong was great. And like I don't think that many games, especially if like it was a net good, like most of those games were solid. I don't think that people should be as worn out as it seems like they are, or at the very least, there's some fake outrage going on about it. Let me put them live in here. Let's flow go on live. Put that right there. This channel has a YouTube plug. This one doesn't. This one doesn't. This one does. There we go. Shout out if you're in any of the Discords with me that I'm in. I support a few homies and a few places that I venture out. Shout out On the Rise Discord. Shout out Let's Keep It a Buck and friends. Of course, the Flow Discord podcast I'm a part of. But yeah, we finally getting started. Jesus, Jeff. God. I'm lying. I came on early. Let's see what they got. Jeff has tried to tail down everyone's excitement. And I get it that, you know, a lot of the AAA big publishers are either going to do stuff their own.
Welcome to the stage, the creator of the Game Awards. Jeff Keighley.
They're going to do stuff on their own. Or they just might be, you know, in development of a lot of those games right now. I get that, right? I understand it. But I swear if this showcase turns out to be a bunch of like really impressive AA games, indie games, and of course your fair share of gotchas, and he's like downplaying that as like, oh, we don't got shit this year. That's disrespectful. That's disrespectful.
With you, and this is a showcase of what's next for games live from the YouTube Theater here in LA. Now, if you're watching this show, first of all, welcome. I know everyone around the world is joining us for this special moment. And I know if you watch this show, you don't just play games. Also,
shout out to all the creators that are here that I watch. I just seen a Nikki Jakey tweet that he was there. I know that the Friends Per Second podcast, that Skill Up, Gamer Ranks, Jake Baldino, and I forgot where she works. Damn, I forgot where she works. But shout out to the crew over there. Shout out to who else is here? Luke Stevens. I watched Luke Stevens never religiously. So shout out to them. I'm sure Jeff Grubb is there as well.
Finding incredible success. Take a look at this list from Game Discover of the top 10 best-selling new games on Steam so far this year.
Ooh, this is actually interesting.
Are considered, you know, big company games, but the other 8 come from indie, mid-sized teams, or solo developers.
Okay.
I look at this list.
This is promising. This is really promising.
New ideas, new teams, and smaller creators.
Okay, specifically new games. Cool.
Will break through.
Dragon's Dogma, Hades 2, Power World.
Developers right, because today there are many paths to sustainability.
That's great to see.
And that's what makes this industry
was that Enshrouded as well?
Great.
Enshrouded, Manderlands, Buckshot Roulette.
Over the next 2 hours, we'll have big franchises on stage like Star Wars, Batman, and Harry Potter.
Batman.
Also smaller titles.
Oh, probably a Suicide Squad. One last thing for Suicide Squad. Or are they done with Suicide Squad? I don't know if they're done with that flop yet.
Because we think this
and I know Outlaws is probably going to get something. We're probably going to get some. Oh no, they already said that we're going to get something from Metaphor for all you JRPG fans like me.
Listed, or even better, send it to a friend and get them excited. That's how we together can grow the gaming community. And we are going to do that today over the next 2 hours, as we have a lot of games to show you, plus Day of the Devs directly after with even more indie titles. So should we get to the games?
I wonder what the opener's gonna be. Gotcha game, indie or AAA.
Next. Hey, look, this is a hot dog guy auditioning for the lead and unannounced action game.
We see you as more of a sidekick.
Oh sure, I get that a lot, but
I wonder if this is the Pharrell game. Gotham Knights 2. No, Sean. No, Sean. Don't wish that on the industry, man. Shout out to Sean, longtime friend, bro. Appreciate you for supporting. Gorilla? Is this what Gorilla's been working on? Or is this just using the Horizon IP?
That hot dog guy is Aloy, an amazing video game lead.
Thunderjaw went mad and is tearing through the valley.
Don't worry, I'll bring it down. This is gonna be fun. Yeah, right in the eye.
Shout out to modern Lego games, man.
A lonely hero, hunting machines all by herself.
I know in general. Actually, I'm gonna turn it up. I don't know how loud it is for y'all.
Hunting with her pals.
Hey, whose side are you on?
Exploring,
Wow, what is this place?
collecting all the shiny things.
Woo, buddy!
And making a home.
Person who wouldn't hate another Gotham Knights. Rocksteady. That's not Rocksteady's strong suit.
Thunderjaw! Ooh, that's a big one! Here we go!
I'd rather see that team dedicate their time to something else. Those resources to something else.
Down you go! Woo, better get a snack.
Ooh, you want mustard on that?
I just wonder, is this what Gorilla's been working on? Or is this what Lego and them been working on? I don't know. I can't tell.
There you go. Wasn't that fun? That was Lego Horizon Adventures.
Let me see
Coming
how
out
it's
later
coming
this
across
year
on y'all,
for
man.
PlayStation, but also day one on PC and Nintendo Switch. It's a playful, lighthearted story inspired by the world of Horizon, designed with two-player action in mind, supporting couch and online co-op. All right, now we're going to completely shift the tone to the next game from Torn Banner Studios, the developers behind Chivalry 2. For their next project, they are proud to announce No More Room in Hell 2, the sequel to the 2011 award-winning Source mod. 8 players start separate in the dark, and it's up to you to find your friends and survive with permadeath. Here,
Wonder Woman
is the
today?
first look.
Potentially. I don't think we see it. I think it's still probably 2 years out, and because it's 2 years out, they're trying to avoid announcing games too early. So I don't think we see Wonder Woman, but maybe. Shout out if that's what the Gorilla team has been working on. I know that them and Insomniac have probably been the most busy out of the Sony devs, out of the Sony studios. And I know they've been working on not MMO, but a multiplayer game as well. If it's not that. I want to wound myself. Why would you announce it then? Well, that's why I was kind of talking about before the event started. We went through an era in gaming where from about like 2018 to 2021 maybe, we were getting a lot of games announced like 2-3 years in advance, partially because like of just generating hype, because like studios were working on so much, because the teams were getting bigger and bigger, the projects were getting bigger and bigger, but also partially just because of the nature of game design. Like games get pushed back, so then that's, you know, longer the wait. Development goes slower, dev teams switch out, whatever. You need you need more time to polish. But since then, we've seen more instances to where like specifically Sony and Xbox are like trying to slow down and just announce games basically like a year before release. I don't like it, but it's what they're doing. So like Wonder Woman was kind of caught in between there, so now we'll probably not hear it again until the next teaser trailer.
Some even more super fun trailers. So let's get straight to another world premiere. This is a highly anticipated game from a beloved franchise. Let's take a look.
Okay. I overheard him say that she worked on.
We all dream of soaring through the sky like our favorite heroes.
Oh, a Harry
When it comes
Potter
to
game.
Quidditch, we've all wondered, do I have what it takes to be the next Quidditch star?
Specifically, a Quidditch game.
To beat your top
This is big for everyone who was missing Quidditch in Hogwarts Legacy.
to chase your dreams at any price. To seek glory for your team. No challenge is too great.
I wonder how it plays.
No dream is too
Shout out to Harry Potter. I watched it for the first time like a few months ago.
You have the heart.
Go to the Patreon. It should be in the description if you want to see that full review. It's like an hour long, but I watched the entire franchise. This looks cool. Quidditch Champions. This looks cool. I don't know if I'll buy it. Oh, day one on PlayStation Plus.
That's Harry Potter Quidditch Champions launching.
Wait, I kind of gotta go back. Nintendo Switch, Steam, and Epic Games Store. Day one on PlayStation Plus. So that's a big move for PlayStation in their movement to basically prop up PlayStation Plus to compete with Game Pass.
His last title, Choo Choo Charles.
What's good, TK?
Favorite, and he showed me this next
Appreciate
game
you
a
for
few
stopping by,
months
man.
ago, and I really wanted to debut it here. Get ready to backstab, race, or cooperate with up to 20 of your friends
Multiplayer.
in Cuff Bust.
What? Oh, cops and robbers. Okay. Don't drop the soap. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. So a cops and robbers game. Wait, that means Nintendo games finna be on PlayStation Plus. No. I'm saying, okay, so PlayStation historically does not put new games on PlayStation Plus. Not out of games that we get for free. Not if you have PS Plus Extra. Like that just does not happen. But a big thing that people have been saying that like Sony needs to, if they want to stay in the race and still be seen as consumer friendly, stay ahead of the race, excuse me, and still be seen as consumer friendly. Game Pass right now, if you do have it, like there are a lot of games. Like if you want to play Hellblade 2, the most cost-effective way to do that was just to pay for Game Pass and then play that for 5 hours. That's what I did with Persona 3 Reload. Now, is that good for the industry? Is that good for games? No. But for consumers, why buy a game for $70 if you don't care about owning it? You just want to play it and never own it, so you basically just rent it on, the subscription service. This looks ridiculous. I'm talking and everything, but I thought this was just cops and robbers. What is this? They're smoking weed? I don't know, to be honest.
That's a fun one, right? And remember, that's all made by one person. Congratulations.
That's wild. Made by one person is crazy.
Right, next one of this year's
That looks fun, though. That looks really fun. That definitely looks like a game that will go crazy streaming. I'm also excited for this game. I'm a shill. I'm a Star Wars shill. Just know.
On Monday at 12 p.m. Pacific, you'll get to see a full gameplay showcase during Ubisoft's Forward event, streaming as part of the continuing Summer Game Fest events. But right now, we've got an exclusive new glimpse at the game, just a small taste of what's to come.
Okay, please look good, because the last gameplay, people were just complaining that it's a downgrade. Yeah, of course it's not gonna look as good as the first cinematic trailer, dumbass. Let me turn this up. Let me turn this joint up. We getting Star Wars, man. Jedi Survivor was the beginning. Jedi Fallen Order was the beginning. Outlaws is coming. Now, mind you, I hate Ubisoft open worlds, but this is Star Wars.
We should get moving.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm ready. Star Wars games always good. It's not hard to get invested for real. It isn't, but
By the way, I'm just noticing.
I mean,
everything we're showing you so
look.
far, I think is going to be coming out this year, Cuffbust. I'm not quite sure, but it's so cool.
To be honest,
stuff that we're going to get to play.
Star Wars.
Right,
it's okay, buddy.
Moving back to smaller teams,
I'll indoctrinate you soon. We will be reacting to more Star Wars. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. We just gotta get in touch with Vader. When was the last time you heard from Vader?
Of Alba, a woman bound to a curious wolf cub. Here's your first ever look at the gameplay.
Oh, this is the same team behind Grease or Gris. That's a beautiful game. That is a beautiful game. I forgot when it came out. Side scroll, cool little side scroll. I mean, it's not easy to fuck up. It's an interesting franchise. Not all the games are good. Yeah. It's not easy to beat. It's easy to not make a bad Star Wars game, but it's hard to make a good one because you have to convince Star Wars fans to play it. You also have to convince non-Star Wars fans that it's a good entry point, despite like not watching or reading anything in the Star Wars universe. And also the story you have to tell either has to be like just a tried and true story that everyone wants to see in a video game, or something that's worth adding to the universe. But recently, like, that's definitely been the case with Cal Kestis. Even Squadrons got good reviews. The turnaround that Battlefront 2 had. Battlefront 2 story, I believe, was always positively reviewed. Very stylistic game. Side scroller. Never. Shout out. Shout out, man. I feel like Star Wars should be a pure Star Wars game. Like God of War type. I don't need a story game. A pure story type game. That's what the KOTOR remake might be. Oh, this is the Dune game. Maybe? Maybe not. I do want to see more about that Dune survival game, if y'all know. Got announced a few months ago. We don't really know much about it. But this isn't it.
Let me not then die ingloriously and without a struggle. But let me first do some great thing that shall be told among men hereafter.
Are they going throughout time? Okay. Classical era. Renaissance. Revolution. Exploration age. Industrialization. Facts. Wait, I swear to God, this is just Civilization 6. I swear to God, if they're doing all this just for Civilization 6. Because 2K said, oh my God, 7. Oh, Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Adam West, my man. I've been chilling, bro. I really been chilling. We coming back with more content. Actually, I gotta reply to RJ's message they left on my video. I've been chilling, bro. Trying to get more thought they were on 8. I don't know. I don't play Civilization. I don't play those city builder games. I mean, respect to anyone who does, but I remember 2K or Take-Two had come out and said, hey, we're bringing back one of our legendary franchises. It's coming back this year. And everyone's like, oh my God, are they gonna bring back Bully? Because I don't remember if it was Take-Two or 2K. But are they gonna bring back whatever the fuck? And then like some leaks and stuff came out, and it was just Civ 6 or Civ 7. And I'm like, oh my Jesus Christ. This is Black Myth Wukong, by the way. I believe. Shout out to Chinese developers, man. They're finally getting their time in the community. Finally getting their shine in all of this. There's a lot of rich folk history, folk tales, stories to tell from Japanese history. I mean, Jesus, Chinese history that are going to be put in games in the next few years. And those devs look like they will quickly master this type of combat. This is a Souls-born game, Souls-like game. I don't know if it's just going to be this or if they're going to show gameplay. But it's coming. It's real. For years, we didn't think it was real, and here it is. Finally. Finally, man. Story games guide you through the game. Star Wars is such a huge world. It can be overwhelming. Story games help with that. I can agree with that. But I think that the different planets and world in Star Wars is kind of like half the appeal. So having a game... Oh, this is a VR game? Okay. We don't care. Oh, it's Prince of Persia? We still don't care. What's it called? Waiting on the Genghis Khan game. That shit. Is that real? Don't let me find out that's real. A real Mongol game. Oh, Asgard's Wrath. Oh, that's cool. I agree. I can agree that like story games do definitely help with that, with like streamlining a story, but I don't think Star Wars needs that. I think Star Wars is best when like they just kind of open the world and let you do whatever the fuck. That's why like the greatest Star Wars games are like RPGs or adventure games. That's it. Like that's Sean, I'm about to say, don't let us find out we get to play as the greatest man of all time. the greatest human. Crazy kill count, crazy fertilization rate. Fertilization is crazy. But you know it's coming. It better. That's everybody grandpappy.
We stand together.
One's human. It looks like a four-person multiplayer coming out next month. Actually, let me ask this to the guys in chat right now. What type of games do y'all mostly play? Do y'all play live services to where it's like constant updates, it's always online? There might be a battle pass or something. You play just like first-person shooters, multiplayer, story games, and PlayStation type story games, or a Hellblade type, or a lot of stuff from Focus Entertainment. Funny enough, like what's the main type of game that you guys play? RPGs and JRPGs. I know me and Adam eating good. This year. I know it. I can't wait for Metaphor to show up, Adam. God. Metaphor.
Right, welcome back to Summer Game
Love me a good
Fest.
PlayStation
We've got
story
some
game.
amazing developer guests joining us throughout the
Closest
show.
live
We're
service
very
game
excited
I'm playing
to
right now are
introduce
mobile
our
games
guests.
type
They are
shit.
legendary
Hopefully
developers
no
of
Hoyoverse
fantasy
games.
RPG Metaphor, slated to launch this
Metaphor!
October. Please welcome the director and art designer of Persona 3, 4, and 5, Katsura Hashino and Shigenori Shojima.
Hashino, man. God. The only thing that can make this game better is if Meguro was doing the entire soundtrack. I think he's only doing like half of it.
ありがとうございます。アトラスの橋野です。今日は副島さんと一緒にこのステージに立ててとても光栄に思ってます。
I've been buying none of the new shit. I'm done with Hoyoverse. Good. Good games, great games, but crazy predatory,
このゲームはね、
you know, schemes and
アーキタイプという他
monetization.
のゲームでいうところのジョブですね。その姿に主人公たちが変身して
Zenless Zone Zero.
明日の未来のために戦うというとても熱い RPG です。
This game is an RPG in which the party members transform into their jobs, which we call archetypes. These archetypes allow you to fight against your enemies.
アーキタイプは誰もが持つ不安と向き合うことによって覚醒する力です。すべてのアートワークは力強さとオリジナリティを意識して描いています。その総数は 40種類以上にも及び、経験を積ませると一部のアーキタイプは進化することもできます。
Archetypes are the embodiment of power born from the will to face your fears and anxieties.
Bro, look at the
They
different
are all
classes.
each and every
Archetypes,
with a feeling
excuse
of
me.
strength and uniqueness in each of their designs. In total, there will be more than 40 types of archetypes available in the game. These archetypes can gain experience and even evolve. Some of them can evolve into stronger versions.
And I wonder if the archetypes are going to just be like basically the demon substitutes. Like if you play Persona or SMT, I wonder if they're going to be the demons, or I wonder if those are different like classes and like types that we can play as, like the gunner, the cleric, the thief, the medic type shit. Wuthering Waves has been solid though, been giving away hella free shit. They do that at the beginning. At the beginning, they do that. They gonna do that for Zenless Zone 02. They gonna do that for Wuthering Waves. They did that at the beginning of Star Rail. I've been playing Kakarot, Horizon, and Assassin's Creed games lately. Oh, you're gonna love today, because I don't know why everyone's just wanting Sparking Zero here. I'm like, oh my god, we've seen so much on that game already. Horizon, the racing game, or Horizon, the open world? I'm assuming open world since you're also playing Assassin's Creed. I'm getting ready for for Yasuke, I see. But this game's gonna be amazing. This game is gonna be amazing. God, I can't wait. Do y'all see this? If you're wondering and didn't hear earlier, yes, this is the same people that made Persona. But this isn't exclusively Forbidden West, okay. This isn't exclusively a turn-based game. This is not exclusively a turn-based game. It switches back and forth between turn-based and like live action combat. Like real-time action, not live action. Jesus. But yeah, real-time action combat. But I think it depends on like how strong you are compared to the enemy. And this isn't set in like regular Earth. This is a full fantasy world. So this isn't even like SMT where it's just an isekai and you get transported to a fantasy. No, this is a real lived-in fantasy world from start to finish. Partner with Xbox.
Such an honor to have
probably on Game Pass.
With us on stage. Thank you guys, and for that deep
not hyped for Sparking Zero, but that's because I'm over Dragon Ball. Same. I don't get how like so many people still love
exclusive VR game coming later this
year. VR game.
As Batman, you face a new threat, the mysterious Rat King and his cultish devotees. Here's your first look.
A VR game, a VR Arkham Knight game. I mean, not Arkham Knight, but Arkhamverse game. Jesus. Wait, Rocksteady isn't even on this? Oh, they did Rocksteady so dirty.
The only light left is from the fire in the streets, casting shadows of rats on everything that was once good.
They did them so dirty.
Fear is their weapon.
They made them truck through that bullshit of Gotham Knights and continue to support it while giving another VR studio, another studio, a tried and true VR Batman. No way.
How far will I go to destroy him?
I hope it's good. I hope it's good, but God. Yeah, but getting back to Dragon Ball, I don't know how so many people are still like I get it, Dragon Ball's great, Naruto's great, but like these series are like 20, 30 years old, and for so much content, so many games, so many videos, so many reactions to still do numbers on them, I just don't even know how that many people are still tapped in for these series that honestly you know everything about. You already know everything about them.
Franchise. And that includes me. Because I have been a fan of this series ever since one of its first iteration and have been playing each one ever since. So, let's check it out.
What game is this? She said a legendary fighting game franchise, so I can't tell by these character models yet. Is this Street Fighter? This isn't Street Fighter. I'm not a fighting game guy at all. I don't play Tekken. I don't play Street Fighter. I tried Fighters. I got my ass beat. I deleted it. Even Smash. Like I don't play Smash. But I also don't have a Switch, so. Okay. Oh, it is Street Fighter. Okay. I'm sure this is like the moment of this entire presentation to so many people. I'm just kind of like, facts. I saw some people before this hyping up the potential return of Marvel vs. Capcom. And after Infinite, I don't really want to know what they think is the next direction for Marvel vs. Capcom. I'm not going to lie. What is this? What is this? This looks like a manga trailer. This doesn't look like a video game. Vikings? Character action game? Unique art style? 2D cut-ins? I wonder if it's a roguelike. Oh. What y'all think? Hold on. This kind of doing something. Mind you, keep in mind, I love Dynasty Warriors. So like I love the idea of like 1 versus 1,000 fighting games. Or character action games. I kinda see the vision. It is okay. Roguelike co-op hack and slash. They know exactly what to put on it. Yep, go on Steam. I'm kind of tapped in. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, here we go. Here we go. They got something for everybody. Go ahead. Go ahead. Oh my god! Oh my god! More non-Xenoverse gameplay! Oh my god! Oh my god! It looks just like I was when I was 5 playing my older brother. Oh, that's how so many people sound talking about Sparking Zero to me. I just don't know. I just don't know why anime games have to be like are literally one of 2 things. Like I just don't get it. I just don't get it. And it's coming out the same day as Metaphor. Oh no, it's gonna overshine everything.
We got your release date for Sparking Zero, October 11th.
It's going to override all the progress that we've made. No.
Tactical shooter available to play on all platforms. Here's a look
No.
at their multiplayer FPS.
It's gonna overshadow the fuck out of Metaphor.
Team, rally up. We've got a new mission. Operation Lightning Strike.
Hello?
The situation at Zero Dam is now very serious. The Conflict's escalating between Havoc Core and Alsara Guard. It's time to take action. Objective.
I'm back. W release date. I guess. I guess. Comes out the same day as the RPG of the year. Talking about W release date. Oh, this COD.
Looks like someone beat us to it. We need to pick up the pace.
Go, go, go! Clear the area! Shield down. I'm going in.
I didn't catch what he said before this. Oh, this isn't COD. Yeah. I will say, so far, this event has something for everybody. So there's been some crazy indie games, some amazing art styles, some great stylistic games. We have our shooters. We have a RPG that got some touch. We have fighting games that got some touch. We had a roguelike that got some touch. This has been a good diverse event. Nothing too hype.
The game's premium campaign mode, Black Hawk Down, is a reimagining of the original game that is also fully licensed to recreate moments from the award-winning Ridley Scott movie.
Okay.
Here is your world premiere first look at that gameplay.
Okay, so they doing two different trailers, one for story and one for... This is great. This is great for FPS guys. This is great. A FPS that's coming in and is focusing equally on their story mode and their multiplayer with more grounded gameplay, right? This is the type of stuff that people are like, oh my god, COD's not doing this anymore. Now let's see this year or next year whether people buy this and less people buy COD. The stuff that a lot of people have been complaining about and wanting. Let's see. Let's see if they can get their friends to switch over. Because that's the thing with FPSs. Frame rate dip. I saw that. That's the thing with these FPSs and live service games. They can look great, but the thing that's so hard when you make games like this is that you don't only have to make a good game. You have to make a good game good enough for someone and all their friends to switch over. Because that's the only reason why they're playing COD still. That's why. So you gotta make a good enough game to steal them from other games, because like COD is just a constant in people's life. Fortnite is a constant. You gotta take them from that. Just get Wonder Woman? Nah, I don't know, buddy. Who's making Wonder Woman, by the way? I told you I don't think we're getting Wonder Woman today. Who's making the Wonder Woman game? Yeah, I don't know what this is. Monolith. Oh, there was a report like 3 days ago that says that that Monolith Productions' Wonder Woman game is troubled and doesn't inspire confidence in the possibility that DC fans will be able to get their hands on it anytime soon. Okay. So yeah, it looks like it's in limbo, like the KOTOR remake was in limbo. Knights of the Old Republic, by the way, Star Wars game that was getting a remake. Oh, you already know about the report? Well, yeah, we're not getting anything today on that. OLED, some technology. Some tech, not trailers, ads, some solid tech ads. Okay. This is a MOBA? This looks like a MOBA. Frame rate. Even though this does look... This looks like... I can't tell how many frames this looks like. I want to say 12, but it's not that stylized. It's maybe 2024. That's why I need a trailer. Games don't get trailer. Funny enough, the game industry does not operate that way. Whenever there's like reports from like adjacent Schreier stuff, they don't then combat that. Oh, this isn't a MOBA. This is a. Actually, this might still be a MOBA. This might still be a MOBA. What's good, Archie? Big back. That's so crazy. That's so insane to say. Funny enough, by the time DreamCon hits, I will have been outside for a lot of things already, and I will probably weigh even less than what I already weigh. Is this a new Gundam? Yeah, I think this is a new Gundam. They should. Yeah, I agree. Like, whenever negative press comes out about a game, like, you should counter that with, like, good news. But if they don't have any good news to put out, then, like, I mean, the truth is just that the bad news exists. And that's probably the reality. Because, like, things just can't work fast in, like, game development. That's just not how it works. Oh, yeah, new Gundam. New Gundam like crazy. You going to DreamCon? Yeah. New Gundam! Archie, perfect time! Perfect time. Mecha Break.
We're back here at Summer Game Fest.
Not new Gundam, but new mecha game.
Aerial and ground combat with lightning fast maneuvers.
Oh, you not going to DreamCon no more?
Damn. With incredible horror films over the years.
I'm sorry.
Get Out, Megan, and last year's Five Nights at Freddy's. Well, now Blumhouse is entering the video game.
I'm sorry,
world
man.
In a big way.
Handle what you got to do. I know the rain and the storms and the hail have been fucking up everybody in Texas, man. Be safe. Do what you got to do. Mecha Break will be my game of the year. Hey, I'm happy for y'all. Especially after Armored Core. Definitely tap into that. I hope a lot of new mecha games and studios come back. That's why I thought that was a new Gundam. Because I know it's been a while since there was a... I think the last Gundam came out in... I don't want to lie. Yeah, 21. I was going to say 21.
I must not sleep.
Oh, no, that was a mobile game. Never mind. Texas weather makes no sense. It does. When you toss out all the modern effects of global warming predictions, but a lot of forecasters and especially predictors of weather in Texas have not. So I guess the last Gundam game was 18. That was when Battle Operation 2 came out. So yeah, I hope that they'll be putting together a game soon. Yeah, bro, whenever someone tells you to buy a house, you better make sure you can handle the consequences. Boy, that's what me and my mom have been doing since I came back. Just going from project to project. Honestly, between that and just like, you know, the projects I'm a part of and people I work for / with. So like those are the only reasons why, like, even on the main channel, I can't do like every 2 weeks. And shout out to Dreamer because he'll be helping, you know, with the consistency and with the editing from here on out.
Jason Blum, CEO and founder of Blumhouse, and Luis Blaine, creative lead at Blumhouse Games.
But boy, the work that we've had to do around the Finston Fell, Pavement been cracking, just different projects, man. Bathrooms, boy, it's been crazy. But that's the cost of a house.
Very, very busy.
That's the cost.
I'm very happy to be here. Thank you for having us. Thank you guys all. Great to hear the fans out there.
Blumhouse Games, man. I don't play their games, but they are very much respected in the industry. I'm not going homeless. Oh no, I know you're not homeless. Yeah. It just takes money for, like, if y'all gotta do renovations or fix something, or I'm assuming with the amount of with the amount of hail that y'all were getting, probably shingles or some type of something like that. Just good luck regardless, man.
We're going to do independent games. We're going to look for creators and give them a platform and encourage these creators to be weird and subversive and find the most effed up, scariest things they can and put them into really cool games. Well, they look great. It's a really diverse, cool slate. Luis, tell us about.
By the way, this is the same wheelhouse that helped produce, not just make, but produce the Five Nights at Freddy's movies, I believe.
Maybe you're a fan of
Megan.
nostalgic
They specialize in horror,
with a bit of a twist.
so
Intense
they've worked with Peel and all them, Mike Flanagan, Shyamalan, Ding Dong.
I think we as horror fans, we know that there are so many different subgenres to explore.
But if they can put it together to produce some games,
excited, which means we've got psychological
that's great.
nightmares, we have supernatural scares, we have cosmic horror. And our team has worked really
I know I said
hard
I don't
to
play
work
any of their
with
games.
global,
I was wrong.
creative,
I was thinking of
talented
something
partners.
else.
And that means for us,
They just made their gaming division.
we
Getting
really
into
want
it.
to
Everything be breaking at my dad's rental property. Yeah. So I have a lot of debris and damage because there's a lot of those in my neighborhood. So that's more money, taking on more money than I thought it would.
Yeah, no, it looks awesome, all the stuff you have there. And I know
That's one thing you can't predict for is natural disaster and
soon, Jason, right? We got a good
fixing
slate.
all that.
We're on PC and console, and yeah, we wanted to start with not just one, but we wanted to start with a few games. So you want to tell us about those?
Yeah, so Fear the Spotlight is our first release coming later this year.
Hmm.
It really hits our mission statement. It's an amazing 90s horror experience. It's got
90s
great
horror.
characters, a compelling narrative. It's
Horror.
also super creepy.
Horror.
And I think people
Horror.
are big fans of it,
Horror.
even if you're not normally
Horror.
into horror. And quickly, actually, Fear the Spotlight is getting its
Horror.
first
Horror.
trailer as part of the Day of the Dev showcase, so stay tuned after the show.
Directly after. Awesome. Well, I know this is just the start, so we'll probably be seeing you in future years with more from Blumhouse Games. But guys, what do you think of the slate? Pretty amazing, right? What these guys are pulling off. Jason,
Not a lot of
Luis,
natural
thanks so
disaster
much
here.
for being here on Summer Game. Thank you,
I mean, y'all
guys.
get earthquakes.
All right.
Earthquakes and shiggity.
And now here's the world premiere of a brand new Power Rangers game with a retro.
Oh! Okay, it's retro. So nothing like Shattered Back to the Beginning. Oh my god. Oh my god. They can never stop munching off of Mighty Morphin. Oh, it's just a beat 'em up. Okay. No. Oh well. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. If there's one thing I hate about like Power Rangers post like 2010, it's the constant just like retreading and grasping at the past, specifically just Mighty Morphin. Like, oh my god, I get it, the 90s were great, I get it, Mighty Morphin was great, I get it, so many people know Mighty Morphin, but like, dude, you gotta, I'm not even saying adapt modern stuff, because I'm sure modern stuff is garbage. I'm sure it is. I'm not saying adapt Pirate Force or whatever. That's not what I'm saying. But like, there's more to do. There's more to do with that franchise, man. I've made $50 from winning One Piece tournaments, though. Facts. Shout out winnings, earnings. We have Tremors from the Bay. It's like a shake, not a quake. Ah. I thought it was going to be a sequel to that fighting game. Yeah, no, I didn't think it was going to be a sequel, but I thought it would either be like comic related, which if it was comic related and still like Mighty Morphin inspired, that would be great. If they were just adapting, not Shattered Steel. I forgot what the run is called. That fighting game is such good online performance. Yes. Yes, the multiplayer servers held up really well. I think it came out in like 2017. And they hold up really well. Shattered Dimensions? It's something like that. No, Shattered Dimensions is Spider-Man. I'm gonna type in chat Power Rangers game and it's just gonna pull up the thing that just happened. Battle for the Grid. There we go. There was something called Shattered something though. Let me see what I was talking about. Shattered Grid.
What a beautiful game.
Was Shattered Grid the comic?
Boy, which comes from first-time developer.
Yeah, the Shattered Grid was the comic. Yeah.
Started that project alone in 2020 during the pandemic.
Jungle Fury. Jungle Fury is cool.
Helping him realize his vision with
I do want to get in the Power Rangers debate with y'all again. I forgot who I did that with. Where like we were doing a tier list of Power Rangers.
Next, after a long wait, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 is arriving.
Oh, Kingdom Come!
Open world action RPG.
I did not think Kingdom Come would be here. I am not an action RPG head. I am a either traditional turn-based or like point-and-click turn-based CRPG head. But I am could have done a RPG style Power Rangers would be great for an RPG game. Third person, not first person, not Bethesda like. Please no, not Bethesda like.
And then boots you right in the balls. These two young fellas, I need to find them.
There's so many franchises. So many franchises that would be great like in a traditional CRPG setting. For a new comparison, like Baldur's Gate setting, with like a D&D type rule set or controls, CRPG controls. But like no, everything's just gonna be open world. It's just gonna be like Assassin's Creed inspired, made by Ubisoft, made by an ARPG developer.
The last time I ran away, I lost everything.
And the first game's gonna cost $125 million.
This is retribution for my sins. To the task!
I wonder how Kingdom Come guys are gonna think about this. I know a lot of people love Kingdom Come for like the physics and the swordplay. So I wonder how this will fare to them. I don't know anyone that loves Kingdom Come, but coming out later this year. Shout out to Warhorse.
Next, we step into the dark mind of Silent Hill creator Keiichiro Toyama-san. Back in 2021, we announced his new game, Slitterhead, at the Game Awards, and now we're giving you a look at the gameplay from his independent Tokyo...
I'm ready for a new console, specifically in the Nintendo variety. It'll be announced soon. The Switcheroo. The Switcheroo 2 will be announced soon. Also, I don't know what expectations are from Nintendo guys for a new console. Because I don't think that, like, there's no point in them taking a graphical leap. Like, you guys buy everything already. I think y'all would need to demand a graphical leap, and like the record-breaking sales of Smash, Breath of the Wild 2, I mean Tears of the Kingdom. What's it called? This looks crazy. But the sales of all that, let alone like every Mario game, I don't think that's the most inspiring for expecting Nintendo to get the message that they need to step up the graphics on a partial handheld console. This looks crazy. A mind switching. I can't even tell. I can't even say what like the subgenre this is. I just want better internet, battery life, backwards compatibility. They're not giving you backwards compatibility. They don't care. They might give better battery life. Parry system. True. A body switching monster fighting ARPG with monster abilities yourself partially. This looks interesting. This looks really interesting. Battery life potentially, yeah. Better internet. That's just unknown. I'm gonna go record. Alright, be easy. We might still be here. I don't know how long this is going to be, but I'll be here till the end. What the hell? This isn't real. This isn't real. This is an ad. This is an ad. This is an M&M's ad. This isn't real.
That's what I call a dramatic entrance. There's a reason why I'm called Killer Bean.
This isn't.
It's because I'm good at what I do.
This isn't real.
Really? Really?
This is a real game. This is a real game.
I used to be an assassin for the Shadow Agency. An international organization.
Bro, Steam games are finna go crazy.
Now, I'm gonna destroy them.
You're the gosh darn idiot who wants to take down the Shadow.
The indie Steam scene is gonna keep going crazy, boy.
Before you die.
Oh my god. Oh my god. This looks amazing. This looks amazing. This looks amazing. Why are you in a war? Bro.
Make me who I am, and I will make them pay for it.
This looks like the greatest like budget game ever. I love.
Like that one. That was Killer Bean.
I love.
Made by another single developer, believe it or not, right?
Third-person roguelike.
Who previously worked as an animator on movies like The Matrix Reloaded.
That's crazy. I love the renaissance that we're seeing with indie games, specifically getting.
Game Bakers, a small independent studio in Montpellier, France. Audrey Laprince and Emmerich Toa.
Getting to like mainstream appeal like Power World that is like just independently and on a small scale budget with not the best graphical fidelity, just like combining genres and trends in the industry and like making just enjoyable chaotic experiences. I love that. Looks like a Switch game. Looks like the
when I was a teenager, my dad prepared an expedition to Mount K2.
Looks like a
half of his team didn't
what's it
come
called?
And I've always wondered.
Fuck, I forgot what the games are called when they come out at the same time as the console.
This is something we wanted to explore in Cairn.
Cairn is a game about what it takes to go beyond your limits. You climb a mountain to reach a summit never reached before. And the climbing gameplay is the challenge. It's very intense and realistic. It's a face-off between you and the mountain. And what you're going to see in the trailer is not from cutscenes. It's the actual climbing gameplay. You can see
the best thing to see at these events, and this is like more prevalent at like the Game Awards, you're seeing all these developers and like people that work at the studio like get up here and have to like do something that they do not want to do. They do not want to talk. They just love making games, man. These people are like the biggest introverts in the workplace. You can really see it like during award season. It is hilarious. They need a decade spokesperson, but then when they do that, like, you know, they go get Timothy Chalamet, and then we're like, oh, does Timothy Chalamet like really like video games? You know, and then people start criticizing, me included. People start criticizing the celebrities getting into gaming, like just smooching off the fact that these people need spokespeople. But like, we want to hear from the people who work on these games. Like, I think that's also the great thing about how young the industry still is. I just wonder what the if that's the gameplay, I wonder what the controls are going to be like, or what the conflict for the pair. Ooh.
I'm not meant to be here.
Creator of the Stanley Parable.
I'm a fighter. I'm meant to be in the arena, in combat. But instead, I'm out here in the middle of the woods, running a tea shop. So, what does running a tea shop involve? Well, there's a lot of gardening, and I've had to get used to the pretty unique tea machine we've got here.
It's like Tycoon gameplay, Tycoon simulator gameplay. Yeah.
And I'm not really the patient type.
I mean, a real spokesperson, not a celebrity. This is why personality hires are needed sometimes. I don't know. I find it endearing. Like, it's funny. Yeah, and it can make for some awkward moments at times, but I think that's great for the industry. The fact that like 30, 40 years in, like, we still have the people who are like crunching on these games, you know, some of them going up and being able to accept these awards, introduce their own games, introduce their passion projects themselves. Sometimes, you know, it's still the department head, it's still the studio head.
I'm happy. I can stop running now. I can stop. I can stop. I can stop running. This is good for me. I need to enjoy this. I feel good. I'm happy. I'm happy. I'm happy.
I'm curious about this game. The person who made the Stanley Parable made this. So I know there's more to just the gardening tycoon, the gardening simulator of it. I don't know, me personally makes these shows a little too awkward. I can see that, but for me, I don't know, it reminds me that there's humans involved in this. Especially when, you know, sometimes some of these years you can have stuff in the background, like hurrying up people's acceptance speeches.
Do you feel it?
Or,
I do. Your progress is
you know, just putting money in front of everything.
These are incredible.
What is
they call
this?
themselves the Sahin. 9 among them were chosen and shielded from death.
The Unknown Nine. Does this have anything to do with why Vincent is here?
Humanity has lived for eons at the mercy of the Nine.
What's the gameplay?
Time we took control of our own destiny.
This reminds me of Banishers. Banishers came out this past year. I was kind of looking forward to seeing what the reception would be. It was kind of like it had some similar spirituality things going on in it. But with like over-the-shoulder God of War type gameplay.
Find your target and bridge the gap.
You don't belong here.
It looks like she can tap into like an astral plane, a spiritual plane of some kind. Possession. Body possession. Okay.
The Fold is a strange place.
Vincent found something down there.
I want to see more of that. Monster Hunter Stories, man. I'm at actually sell my Game 3 Finals tickets. My section is going for $1,500. And I got for $130? Jesus. Jesus. Wait, did you get season tickets this year? I was wondering if you got season tickets this past year. And that's why you've been going to more games. Ooh, what's this? Yeah, mama. Jama games. Jama. Or you? It's just your mama. The J was silent. What is this? What game is this? Paying attention to the wrong things. What game is this? Huh. I mean, this is a cinematic trailer, but still, you know, at the very least, it's showing us the art style. Maybe, potentially, the mood, at the very least, the setting, the architecture, the fashion. It looks relatively interesting. I hope it's not just a. I will say, for games like this, like with this level of like fluidity, powers, movement, I hope that it does not all get like simplified into just, ooh, parry, ooh, roll, ooh, dodge, ooh, attack opening, ooh, they're charging up, let me attack, let me back up, let me, like, I don't know. I think that there's definitely a lot more experimentation that the action RPG genre has to go through. That isn't just Bethesda style, CDPR style, or Soulsborne style. I think it goes more than that. Oh, this is Enotria. This got revealed. I can't remember if I was at the Sony event or before then. I signed up to be a Mavs club member at the beginning of the season, so I get first access and discounted tickets. Okay, the discounted playoff tickets alone made it worth it. Yeah, for sure. That's a crazy discount.
And the reveal of the release date.
I mean, hey, not to say if you need the money, but if you know, if I know you were saying earlier, you got some repairs to make, got some stuff to clean up. If you feel the need to sell it, go ahead. That's not no elimination game. Granted, that will be the first home game, so I'm sure the atmosphere will be crazy. But I like the scenery in this and the technology already. I like the setting. I like the setting that they're showcasing right now. It's like Apex type architecture and technology, but with like more kind of like a Ghostwire or Cyberpunk theme or backdrop. Less Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk's more dystopian. This looks semi-interesting. I wonder who's making this. I wonder who's making this. This looks like a game that could also be a potentially like Korean and Chinese studio. I kind of hate that they have all this technology and the combat is just like shooters, but c'est la vie. Yeah, I'm feeling the need to go after game 1. I also got game 6 tickets on hold for $260 for 2. Damn. The First Descendant. I know that's been available for wishlist for a while, so this is my first time seeing something for it. Nexon Games. I'm gonna look them up, see where they operate out of.
That looks awesome. The first Descendant will be available across PlayStation, Xbox, and Steam.
I'm glad he got a co-host for this. This is great. This is great. I'm glad he got a co-host for this.
Please welcome two developers whose hit indie game Among Us took the world by storm in a couple of game awards.
Ooh.
From Inner Sloth, here are Victoria Tran and Forrest Willard.
Okay, let's see what they've been working on. Let's see. I remember when they came on the scene, man. It was seeing them see success was amazing.
What's up, gamers?
Man.
Can you believe they just let us be on this stage? Like, no chaperones. Like,
I know. Can we announce something totally fake?
Oh,
Do you
like-
think they'll let us do that?
Among Us 2? Among Us 3? 4? Oh, all right. Well, turns out we actually have something very real we wanted to present to you all today.
Okay.
There's been so many.
I wonder if they
games
expanded,
recent years,
too.
But it's also been no secret that
Next month, then these releases
kinda
are getting
rough
close.
time in
Yeah,
the industry.
I'm telling you.
Some devs don't really get the chance.
I'll talk
to
about it
do
after
so
this.
we thought we
I'll
could help
retread
out
what I
a
was
little
gonna-
bit. That's why we're excited to announce our side project, Outer Sloth, an indie game fund we made that offers the kind of deals we would have wanted back in our less popular Among Ye days.
This is our way of saying thank you to our crewmates, players, peers.
This
for
is
helping some
great.
Games and devs have the funding and
Oh
freedom
my
needed
God.
to ship their games, and then we all get to play them, which was the real plan. I really want games. Outer Sloth is our passion project and dream for a better, more sustainable industry. We are really excited and incredibly nervous to reveal it here and show you the current lineup of games we've managed to fund
Hey.
because of you. And don't worry, Jeff, it has your favorite, a ton of world premieres. Enjoy!
This is great. They made an indie game that literally probably made so much money, a super successful indie game, and immediately they opened a fund to platform other indie games, other passion projects with small teams. Immediately. That's insane.
We're Trinket Studios, creators of Battle Chef Brigade, and this is our card battler RPG, Battle Suit Aces.
We are Studio Any.
This is great.
We're making the Mossfield Archives, a game about
Look
building
at this
and
art.
exploring connections.
Hi, we're Midnight Munchies. We just released a demo for One Button Bosses, our boss rush game with a single button to press and a ton of bosses to beat.
Hey, I'm Husband, game director.
These are literally like
Rogue Eclipse, our epic spaceflight action roguelike.
this looks crazy.
Customize and master your starfighter, take on merciless
This looks like modern Galaga.
vanquish a fleet
This looks like a modern take on Galaga.
And we do have one more game that's very early in development.
Hi, I'm Eka, creative director of Outer Loop Games, makers of Thirsty Suitors and Falcon Age. In our new game, explore the world in an upgradable mech and cook up
This is
tasty
great,
dishes
bro.
for
I'm
local
gonna
communities.
support this.
White Elf Corpo,
I'm gonna do my damnedest to support this. I'm not gonna lie. Even if I don't play these games, I'm gonna support this because the industry needs stuff like this. The industry needs like more than just a streaming service to put all the games on that you can get for a cheap rate that doesn't give the money back to the devs at a comparable rate. Just like platforming them.
Did you know that
Doing it right after you see success, initial success, is crazy, humble, and just like dedication to the industry.
Check out this sneak peek.
This is great, bro. I think this is the Among Us show, they said. Let me see. He doing tasks. Facts. So I wonder if it's going to be like anthology skit like, or if they're actually going to try and like weave a sort of narrative. I wonder. Ashley Johnson. Hey. Speaking of Ashley Johnson, I gotta play. I gotta either watch Legend of Vox Machina or go back and watch Critical Role.
A definitive greatest hits collection.
Because I'm getting
of
into
3D and
tabletops.
2D
You're
levels
gonna,
from Sonic
you've
the
heard it here
Hedgehog
first,
history.
here first,
Now
buddy.
it's time for a glimpse of Shadow's brand new powers and gameplay from a standalone campaign, as well as the official release date announcement.
I heard Shadow. Okay, but yeah. So it's a new game. Or is this Generations? I think this is Generations. Because Generations didn't come out, no? I don't think it came out yet. I've never been the biggest Sonic guy. I grew up watching Sonic X for sure. But I never really like played the games for real, for real. I grew up right after the platformer generation. But yeah, getting back to what Archie was saying earlier in terms of the release is getting close. If you remember, like from 2018 to like 2021, 22, there were a lot of announcements for games that were like 2-3 years out, whether because of delays or just like the struggles of game development. So now they're kind of course correcting, in my opinion, and not really announcing games unless they're like the same year or the year after. Oh, we're getting more stuff on the new Doom game. Yay. But yeah, they're starting to over course correct and just announce games like right before release or a year before release, depending on still the budget of the game and how much marketing they're putting into it, you know.
One where I, Paul Atreides,
That looks like
born.
This looks like Jensen Ackles.
I created the future until it created me. But I see a narrow way, a path that might have been. What if my mother had obeyed her orders and given birth to a girl? Everything would change. Dr. Yue exposed before his betrayal. A world where my father lives. House Atreides surviving the Battle of Arrakeen. Sardaukar deployed to protect the spice melange. A war of assassins spreading across the planet. Fremen exterminated. No Muad'Dib. No Lisan al-Gaib. No Kwisatz Haderach. All of my visions lead to horror. Except for this one. This one leads to you.
I still don't know what this game is gonna be. That's what I'm saying. Like, this is an open world survival MMO that is set 100 years before he's born, or 1,000. I forgot how many. How I don't know. I don't know what they're doing with that game. I truly have no idea. Lightspeed Studios and unCHAINED Games. And now it looks like anime style a little bit. Is this a MOBA? I've been getting pretty good at being able to tell like what genre or style of combat or gameplay a game is by even just by looking at trailers. This might not be a MOBA though, but it looks like either a MOBA or like a not tower defense, but like, you know, you control the field type shit. Battle Aces. No gameplay. Okay.
To tell us more about Battle Aces and
Oh, but they're gonna tell us.
gameplay, here's Dave
Oh,
from
okay.
unCAPed Games.
Let's see if I'm right. Why is he
Battle
standing
Aces
like this?
Is the RTS game for everyone. It's for
Real-time
players that are
strategy.
brand
Hey,
new
I was kind of
to
right.
as
I was
well
kind of right.
as
I said
RTS
control the
fans.
battlefield.
We really want to bring
I said either a mobile or like a game where you
to
control the field.
everybody,
I was right. I was right.
games
I was
such
right.
as World of Warcraft did for MMOs or Hearthstone did for card games. So Battle Aces is an action-packed army versus army game that has a high emphasis on the strategy. We want to bring this type of very specific RTS fun to players in two major ways. First, we want to amplify both the in and out of game strategizing through unit decks. And what makes unit decks very cool is not only will players be able to define
If a trailer
the
doesn't show
exact way
gameplay, I
they
don't
wish to
trust
play,
it. Ah,
players will be able to experience
I mean, like,
an endless
no, I disagree.
Second,
It depends.
we want to
It depends.
eliminate the tedious clicks
It's not that I
required
don't
to play
trust it.
RTS
It's that like I can't really
as much
like
as
make
possible,
judgments
so that players
on
playing
it.
This game are experiencing
You know.
only the fun parts of playing an RTS game. So,
But like when The Last of
to
Us
learn
2
more
released their
about Battle
cinematic
Aces,
trailer,
or
like
if you want to
I
sign up
trusted
for
it.
our beta test that's coming up very
I trusted
soon,
it.
Then please make sure to visit our website at playbattleaces.com.
I just can't really like make a judgment on whether it's for me yet or not.
Thank you, David. That was fantastic. All right. Our next premiere unveils the exciting new destination for a game that shadow dropped at the Game Awards last year, the Finals, with its unparalleled destruction
Oh.
of the world's most deadly game.
A new season.
Now, after dozens of updates in 2 seasons, we're unveiling where contestants will be going in the all-new season starting next week on June 13th.
You know, I hopped on the finals and then like
Welcome to season 3.
me and my roommate took turns like playing it, but we never hopped on a game together. And then like the rest of our friend group just like kind of dropped it within a month. And I'm like, bro, what's wrong with y'all? But like they hop on like they hop between like X Defiant, not Hellrisers, Helldivers 2, stuff like that. I like this though. Like I like the finals. Like I love the physics engine of the finals. I love the idea of them expanding into different guns finally. I love the setup of their like stadiums. I love it. I think people kind of overreacted to like the first like maybe like 5 months with it not adding new modes, adding new content. That's not how most games should have to operate. But again, that's what happens when you are coming out with a 5v5, I guess you could say hero shooter, with a destructive physics engine. You have to take people away from those other games. Oh my god, this is Alan Wake shit. Jesus.
I think that's enough. Thank you. Hi.
Let's see what Remedy's working on.
This is now the only way they let me come on stage to tell you something exciting news about Alan Wake 2. Many of you have been posting your Remedy game collection pictures on your shelves with Alan Wake 2 so far digital only, sadly missing.
Oh, okay, it's getting a physical
we are
release.
Excited to announce physical deluxe editions and physical collector's editions for Alan Wake 2 coming this fall.
So they're not releasing the base game on physical.
Tomorrow. Next, we promised you some expansion content for Alan Wake 2, right?
Okay.
I'm
DLC.
thrilled to introduce you all to Night Springs. It contains 3 episodes with 3 familiar, fan-favorite, playable characters in mysterious, terrifying, and quirky what-if scenarios.
Oh god.
It was a chance for us
Quirky.
to really go out there. as if we already didn't. Night Springs will be playable in less than 24 hours. Tomorrow.
Okay.
Thank you.
Cool shadow drop.
Now, with this world premiere, I invite you to step into Night Springs.
I didn't play Alan Wake. It's not for me. It's not for me. Remedy games aren't for me. But I commend them for blending their... Anything good come yet? It's been solid so far. We've seen some great indie games that like have like a lot of production value, some unique gameplay. We've seen we're getting an expansion right now for Alan Wake 2. We got a finals season 2. That's just this is just recently. This hasn't been everything. Some updates on some other old games that have been announced, like Metaphor, Star Wars Outlaws. And there's some more. There's some more. A lot of AA games, a lot of AA like mid-sized games, announcements. A lot of stuff coming out this year and next year. New characters coming to Street Fighter. Batman VR game. This is just off the top of my head. Let me open my phone. I know my stuff has been blowing up probably. Cinematic trailer for Dune Awakening. Shout out. There's some more. There's more. There was this crazy cool, yeah. There was this insane gameplay trailer for this indie game. There's like a roguelike, but while you're playing is like the Eminem character designs. But it's called Bean Killer or Killer Bean. Yeah, Killer Bean. So, Sparking Zero trailer as well. Sparking Zero trailer as well. I can't tell if we're towards the end of this or towards the middle of this. Some Warhammer stuff as well. A lot of stuff for different genres. If you're an RPG head, we've seen some good announcements. If you're a Souls-like guy, we've seen some good announcements. If you are a RTS player, we've seen some good announcements. If you're a first-person shooter guy, we've seen a game that came out with an equal trailer for its story and for its multiplayer. Grounded gameplay, realistic textures for the guns, realistic motion, potentially a Call of Duty competitor. Just want to see if KOTOR gets a mention. You're funny. You're funny. You're funny, Dave. Oh, you're funny, Dave. Oh, we're hurting. We're hurting so bad. We're hurting so. Look, man, I'm not believing that. Oh my God, another Hoyoverse game. Or is this Wuthering Waves? This is Wuthering Waves, I think. Unless I see a Maddie video before an announcement talking about KOTOR, my hopes for KOTOR, the KOTOR remake, is in the ground. It is in the ground. It is buried. It is over. It is over. I mean, I think it'll come out, but like everything from like the news that it's going to be like in Sony style, so either God of War or like Naughty Dog. I don't really have faith in that. I want it to be a CRPG. I want it to be an RPG. I don't want KOTOR as an action adventure or as Infamous. I don't want. And mind you, I love Infamous. I love the first two Infamous. I love New Marais. It is one of the most detailed interpretations of New Orleans and just Louisiana City I've ever seen in a video game. I love Cole McGrath. I even love Destin to some extent. And like the graphics in Infamous Second Son still hold up to this day. It's one of the greatest, beautiful set pieces and cities I've ever seen. I don't want KOTOR as Infamous. I don't want that. I want KOTOR the RPG. And I can't get that. Or at least we'll see. But definitely not today. Oh, Star Rail. That was for Star Rail. Campfire. Potentially Soulsborne. Potentially a Soulsborne game. Oh. First person. Dark and Darker. Okay. I hope this is first person and not VR. A lot of people. Okay, yeah, this is. Oh, this isn't even. Well, you can probably toggle. Okay. Okay, a cool real-time action RPG. Real-time action RPG that can toggle between first and third. Dungeon crawler. Okay, I like this. Now, I don't play these type of games, but I know a lot of people that have been looking for these type of games. Honestly, over the past like decade, to get some type of press or some type of budget. PC only, Steam and Epic Game Store, but
there you have it.
Baby steps. That's great.
FPS
Dark and Darker.
PvPvE adventure. Dark and Darker is now live on both Steam and Epic Game Store today.
Looks like Skyrim. Yeah,
right.
yeah,
Lots
kind of,
joining us here in person at the YouTube
kind of
theater.
Bethesda
We thank you
like.
for that. And ahead of the show, 4 lucky fans were upgraded to our VIP section thanks to the Discover Orange Ticket upgrade.
Hey.
With Discover, you don't have to be a VIP to be treated like one. All right, now here's the announcement of the release date for Capcom's upcoming Kunitsugami Path of the Goddess.
Path of the Goddess. I've heard that name before. I can't think off the top of my head where I remember it being announced. Okay. Huh. Character action, but like, what is this? What is this? Is this co-op? This looks potentially co-op, or at the very least, like you have a pseudo party that you can like run in and out of. Maybe control, maybe party control. Who knows? Huh? Kunitsugami. Interesting. Interesting. Highly stylized game. Facts. We've seen a lot of these. A lot of great art styles. I might go back and go through some of them. A lot of good to great art styles that we're seeing. And that's what I love about this event specifically. We don't have the big, huge game coming here and taking the shine away from like a lot of potentially just like good gaming experiences that are like really being innovative and expressionistic with like their art and just like creativity in terms of combat and action. Hyperlight Breaker. Early access, late summer. And a lot of games, I'd say probably like, maybe like 40 to 50% of the game so far coming out this year. This looks like, Fall Guys. This looks like the same physics as Fall Guys. Maybe a little bit more like lifelike textures, but this looks like Fall Guys. If not, Fall Guys, it's just like a party game. Oh, this is, oh, I know what this is. I know who made this. I know who made this. It's the people that made Ooh, me and my line brothers play this all the time. Oh, it's Party Animals. Yeah, Party Animals. Yes. Party games. Party games making a big comeback, man.
So we wanted to take this time to dispel any of these completely
Between Fall Guys, Party Animals, Lethal Company, content warning. It's great.
And the city of San Amsterdam have never been better. Things are going great here. We have absolutely nothing to hide from the citizens. Everybody here at MCorp loves this town. We think this town rules. Why would we hurt a town?
A low-key fire game. Yes, it looks like it.
We're selling the city for scraps. That makes me sick. That makes my whole
I love that those games can like bring people together, because like over the past couple of decades, oh my god, we've seen a big switch to people just like, couch co-op games, to just like online multiplayers surrounded by like with shooters, and like shooters are cool, but I mean sometimes I want to start fights. I want to start fights with roommates. I want to start fights with friends on the same, like in the same room, in the same couch, or even if it's online, like just like not shooter gameplay.
And we are not going anywhere. We'll be here a long time.
I don't know what this was. I don't know what that was. I don't know why this was here.
All right, welcome back to Summer Game Fest, and now let's head.
Was that just an ad break? That was just like a troll ad break?
At Skate from EA.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Jeff, how you doing, bud? Oh, crap. Some really bad stuff's happening out there. They're gonna need a lot of help cleaning that up. That's bad.
Oh, okay. It was related to this. Pre-alpha gameplay? Pre-alpha to pre-alpha. Let me know if y'all played skate games growing up. Tony Hawk, Skate itself. I don't know what other games were coming out growing up. No skate games. I played Trials growing up. I didn't play any skate games, but I definitely hopped on Trials Fusion, and thereafter.
Very exciting that
even before Fusion, actually. Whatever one was free on the Xbox 360, I played that. Hella.
Here is an indie sensation from Japan that is adorable, deadly, and has over 25 million players worldwide. That's right, I'm talking about Power World.
Or Trails, excuse me.
The giant depresso. Cheer up, buddy. It's Summer Game Fest. Now, here's the first major update announcement. A whole new island is coming.
A Power World update. One of my first games was Skate 2. I feel it. So that's gotta definitely be nostalgic for y'all with them coming back. A whole new island for Power World, bro. It's great to see a game like this thrive. It's so great. An action survival game with a monster collector system. Yeah. Even if you do want to argue that like a lot of the character designs are like just Pokemon light, I don't really care. I personally don't. I don't care. Now, would it be great for them to just like come up with whole different monster designs? Yeah, but there's no modern monster collector. There's no modern monster collector that isn't getting the Pokemon comps. Sorry. So they separated themselves in gameplay and just gave them guns and survival systems. That's great.
That was high on the Steam charts. Congrats to Power World on the new update. Next up,
I love gaming now. We had a shooter epidemic. Yes, we definitely had a shooter epidemic. And granted, some people are saying that like now we might get a Soulsborne epidemic or hero shooter epidemic. But like if that's the games that people are playing, if people are playing a bunch of COD, people just keep rebuying yearly sports games, people just keep downloading free-to-play hero shooters, then like yeah, these games are gonna exist, but like you can play other stuff. You can play the Soulsborne, you can play the RPG, you can play the anime style game, you can play the indie game. Just support them. That's all I ask. Like don't just wait for them to go on Game Pass. Don't just wait for them to go on sale. Support it. That's the only way they'll make money and not get closed down and be able to have the freedom, you know? New heroes in systems in Valorant though. Constant updates, man. Constant updates. Yeah, I've never given Valorant a chance, me personally. But I'm also not good at games. So like if the main appeal of the game is like competitive, I don't have the time nor care to get good at it. So the closest thing I've had to like playing a game that's like whose main appeal is competitive gaming is like League, but that's only because I just love Arcane. So, and I have a desire to see those characters in like more things, and they come from League, so the only way for me to see them is playing League. Like if League made an RPG, I literally would buy it for $100, like without a doubt.
That was Valorant's
if they just made a turnstile or a point and click like RPG,
on console and with
it's up.
control.
It's up and it's stuff.
Valorant is coming to PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and S this year. Our limited beta
It wasn't already on PlayStation?
and you can sign up right now.
That's crazy.
At beta.playvalorant.com.
I shouldn't have heard this game as much as I do for it not to already be on console.
That Valorant plays great on console. And we hope to see you soon in the limited beta. But before we go, here's the head of Valorant Studio, Anna Donlin.
Thanks, guys. Hey, everyone. One of my favorite things about Valorant has been seeing the community build the game and the sport right along with us. For the last 4 years, we have been on the most amazing journey, bringing Valorant to players all around the world, most recently to China, where I'm currently at Valorant Masters, one of our largest global tournaments and community.
I'm about to say, if you're in China, you are there for esports, boy.
New players bring their passion and
I think they're the biggest market, biggest growing market at least in terms of esports. Just because I think a lot of restrictions were taken away, and so like you're starting to see a lot of games start to actually establish like real tournaments in there. Also, fuck this hairstyle, Jesus Christ. We gotta abolish his hairstyle, man. If not us, then who? If not us, then who? Meeting tomorrow at 2, which means 1 for me. Jason Schreier reports the crowd here. Actually, let me mute this. The crowd here at Summer Games Fest live show let out an audible awe at the announcement that the new Arkham game is going to be for MetaQuest In case you were wondering how VR is going. That's insane. That is insane, bro. That is so crazy. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. That's one thing I want to do. Like, regardless of what size of channel this gets to or creator that I get to, I want to go to a live gaming, like a live showcase event or awards event. I want to do that. I want to do that.
Exciting to have Riot on console with Valorant. Thanks to the team at Riot for sharing that with us here at
Jacobo, let me know. Do you play VR games?
DoorDash, 5 weeks of deals with Summer of Dash Pass. Sign up for Dash.
Do you play
Pass
VR
now
games,
for
man?
$0 delivery fees.
Or like, how do you feel about VR?
Next DoorDash order.
Because I know PlayStation's pushing a lot into it right now.
Young Ya, who is also an amazing voice actor, who's been in countless games such as Like a Dragon and God of War Ragnarok. Well, next week, Young is going to be voicing a character in a movie, Inside Out 2, where he plays a fictional video game character.
Hell no. I feel that. Same.
And we've got
I have like the headset to like put my phone into and like watch stuff through there. But I don't got nothing more than that.
But he's a video game character. Why is he here?
Yeah, I always thought Riley had a secret crush on him. I never saw the appeal.
I long to be a hero, but darkness.
That's one animated movie that I've always heard like a lot great about. But like, I don't know if it's a kids movie or just a great animated movie. Inside Out. I need to see Inside Out.
Don't you remember his power move?
I'm coming for you, Riley! Oh, yeah? Watch this! Come on! No one is totally worthless.
But I am a warrior cursed with a feeble attack.
Then you must make your curse your gift.
I wonder if this is actually in the movie or if they're just like partners here.
The #1 gaming monitor brand in the US.
Oh,
Samsung
ad
is
break.
releasing 2024 monitors for gaming
Ad
and
break.
entertainment. Scan the QR code now.
We hate Samsung around here. It's Team Sony.
June 17th, plus a chance to win $5,000 Samsung
Team
credit.
Sony, man. I lie. I have no. What?
2024.
Look at all of you cooped up watching video game announcements. And yes, Chicken does look a lot like Ken Jeong. And today,
Jesus
Chicken
Christ.
is excited to share
This is
a new
disgusting.
game that Chicken and Chicken's buddies are in called Squad Busters. You fight.
This is shameless. This is like shameless. Like my career is on the ruts. Let me stop. I don't know that much about like what he's been in recently.
Big ad. Squad up. I mean,
Usually, okay, they're doing its own. Yeah.
Who are you?
You gotta have a few of these. You gotta have a few of these in the
I'm the chicken.
in the presentation to pay the bills, man. I get it.
I drink right out of the car.
Why is he on my screen?
Come on, get off. I am butt naked.
Gotta pay the bills, man. They in a big ass stadium in Los Angeles. You gotta pay for it somehow.
Excellent candidate for the job because.
Actually, I'm surprised we haven't seen more like gotcha games. I'm not gonna lie. I'm surprised. But like the finals was here. Valorant was here. So they're getting some big bucks. They're getting some big bucks.
Have the job.
There's more where that came from.
Oh, I hope not. Guys, maybe everything isn't a squad activity.
Just relax.
Yeah, this is a crazy ad, buddy. This is a. Is this a 90-second ad?
Look at these clowns. You call this a squad?
Yeah, it's gonna be a 90-second.
Pathetic.
Pasta. Jinx. No, you Jinx. You supposed to be a lumberjack?
Yeah, these mobile games are getting out of hand, man.
Hey, you wouldn't happen to want to go chop some trees, would you?
These mobile games are getting disgusting.
You can't leave.
Absolutely.
Good boy. Here. That came from inside me.
Bro, why is this 2 minutes? Why is this long?
You want me to shut the door?
Gotta pay the bills. Gotta pay the bills, man. I guess that's what it takes to not cut off, you know, the developers when they're announcing their games.
Welcoming to the SGF stage, Monster Hunter series producer, Mr. Ryozo.
Oh, Monster Hunter Wilds, man. At least we're getting some good news after that. I'm not a Monster Hunter fan myself. I'm looking for Dreadwolf, but that comes in a few days, I think.
Thank you, Jeff. Hello, everyone. We've prepared a very special trailer today for Summer Game Fest. I want everyone to be on the lookout.
Now that gameplay teaser the other day was interesting to say the least. I wonder how they're gonna follow it up. Probably just full gameplay, out in the wilds, showcasing how big the world or the map is. I know a lot of Monster Hunter fans. They all look the same to me. I'm sorry. This is not for me. I need more like RPG elements rather than like open world interaction elements. That's why Dragon's Dogma isn't for me either.
To deliver a gaming experience
even though Dragon's Dogma might be for me, that's more so to do with the combat.
Playing with their friends across different platforms when the game launches simultaneously in 2025 on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC.
はい、最後になりますが、8月に行われるゲームズコ
He really spitting.
オープニングナイトライブ
He really spitting. I'm gonna go back and see which games. I know for Metaphor they needed a translator. Like I want to see how many games and which games they gave like these full presentations to introduce their game. I know Metaphor for sure. I know this one. I know Alan Wake 2, despite the fact that that game's already out.
And our first public hands-on playable demo
I
of
wonder.
Monster Hunter Wilds will also debut at Gamescom. Thank you.
Oh, playable demo, but it's only gonna be at Gamescom. So I will say from the initial teaser trailer that they showed, it looks like this one might be more story focused than most Monster Hunters at the very least seem to be to me. Okay. Okay. Some open world story content, I see. I'm telling y'all, not only am I Monster Hunter casual, this looks like crazy to me because you could have told me that like no Monster Hunter has ever had like a named character and I would have believed you. I really don't care for this series at all. Potentially until now, but I don't know. I know like with these games it's more just about like the sense of magnitude of nature, which I can respect as like someone who just loves games, but in terms of $70, 100 hours, yeah, nah, man.
Don't worry, the hunter is here.
More RPG elements for me.
Watch. You will see what hunting is all about.
But if this can do both, then who knows? That was a good snippet if that's all they're doing. That was a good snippet. 2025 though, facts. Just don't do fall or winter.
See you at Gamescom in August. Now, during last year's PlayStation Showcase, the game Phantom Blade Zero.
Ooh,
with its blazing fast
Phantom Blade Zero. I did not think we were gonna see this Souls-like today.
Featuring all real gameplay. Here's our final
real gameplay. Okay, so this game is real. Let's see if the combat is real or if it's like reaction based or QTE based. Because this game looked magnificent when we first saw it last year. And also, is the combat closer to Ghost or closer to like Wolong?
Go up there.
Those are the two things I'm looking for.
Before it's too late.
Or like Nier, I guess. Finishers. Quick finishers are available. Okay, so I don't know if that's related to a bar or something up here. I don't think so. So those are combos. Those are combos. Those are like button combos. Like hack and slash combos. Okay, some QTE. That part might be like a rally or it might be scripted. Who knows? 2024 World Demo. They're doing a world tour demo, and the people there in Los Angeles get to play for the next 3 days.
Good. Full demo that media will be playing this weekend, so you'll hear much more about that.
Yes, I will. I will.
Summer Game Fest live show.
Wow, and that's the end.
Thank you, Jeff. I had such an amazing time. Happy Summer Games Fest, everyone.
Thanks, Joy, and we have so much.
Let me see what the chat is saying. Let me see what the live chat is saying.
Right now on the stream, featuring an hour of indie game reveals, including the next game from Cappy.
I hate this new update from YouTube with the live chat being on the side and it taking up like half the screen. I don't like this.
Gamescom opening night live. Thanks for watching, everyone. Remember, Day of the Dev starts right now.
Hey, man. Why isn't it coming up? Bro. Nothing on this site when it comes to live streaming ever works. Jesus. Okay. L. That was certainly boring. What? What a letdown. What's wrong with y'all? 4 out of 10? Okay, bro. This is kind of why, like, when it comes to like there's a reason why I hit the live channel now. I didn't want to see that for the whole thing. Shout out to Acolyte. The first 2 episodes were actually like pretty solid, funny enough. Live service needs to go. No, it doesn't. That's so dumb. But yeah, pretty, in my opinion, pretty solid reviews and games. Like you said, not filled with AAA stuff. A lot of those companies, modern day, tend to do their own events anyway. Like Ubisoft is doing their own event. Xbox is doing their own event. EA does their own event. Rockstar's gonna drop news whenever they want to. PlayStation already did theirs. Yeah, like 7.5. Saw a lot of good indie games. Right? I'm actually gonna pull up Killer Bean right now to show. Did I make this Killer Bean game too hard? Oh, okay, so this person's been like making the game over time. Okay, so they've been making it for quite a while. and this IP has existed, this idea has existed. So they've been bringing people along the ride for this. Probably finally got enough money to unveil it at a Jeff event, which is great press. But this is the game I was talking about earlier. Originally, I thought this was an M&M's ad. It is not. But games like this were being unveiled like the whole time, and something like this, like, yeah, no, it's not. It's probably not gonna be the most polished thing. It might be filled with frame drops. Like, you know, it's definitely like made on a budget, not the greatest assets or whatever. But like, for it to be available on Steam and Epic Games for probably like $30 to $40, this could just be like some absurdist fun. Like, in a sandbox, you doing crazy shit, gun gameplay, some good, like, time slow challenges, potentially speed runs, like, good gem. And that's just one of the games. We were seeing games like this throughout the entire thing. That was off the top of my head. I go to GameSpot. I'm sure GameSpot probably already has a lot of the trailers. Power World expansion, Valorant expansion, more news on Dune. Well, actually, no, not news on Dune. Cinematic trailer. This looks cool. This was I forgot what it was called. Of course, you have some of the VR games that no one really gives a fuck about. But the first Ascendant, that looks cool. This game looks cool, even though it's just climbing, so that's up to you. More news on Metaphor. This is the game. This is the FPS game that I was talking about, where they had a trailer for. This is for like the story mode, and then like before this, they had a full trailer for just the multiplayer. And like, you know, we're talking about Black Hawk Down, set for that mission, those set of missions. That operation, more realistic textures, grounded warfare, multiplayer and single player focus, like more than just run shoot type stuff. So like for a lot of FPS gamers, this is what they've been wanting out of COD. For a lot of action RPG gamers, like, they want this level of spectacle. They want this level of graphic fidelity. They want this level of, like, this type of technology, this kind of motion. Now, granted, we didn't see any. This is all cinematic. You know, no gameplay out of this. But at least, like, the technology, the combat, the types of, like, guns that you're dealing with, this is, like, what people want. More news on Outlaws. More news on Sparking Zero. More news on Black Myth Wukong. We got a Quidditch game. We have a whole game just on Quidditch. Like, that's great. Like, this was people's main thing that they, like, wanted out of Hogwarts Legacy that they didn't get. And now we have a whole game dedicated to it. Like, this is great. This is great. Is it AAA? No. Does it cost $100 million? No. That doesn't make it any worse. Like, I'm tired of that. Like, people love Civ. You got a Civ 7 trailer. You got a Warhammer Space Marine 2 trailer. Like, you got updates to games that people just didn't think were real or didn't believe in, that are coming up soon. Games that are going to come out this year. Like, to call that a L, I don't know, man. I don't know. If you're watching this afterwards, sad thing is the ones who yell the loudest won't find these games. That's the thing. Like, if you were watching this, you know about them. You don't even have to. I'm not even saying like go out and find them. They were at this event. This is what a lot of these names, these games, these studios needed. They needed an event like this. They needed the eyes. How many people was watching that? How many people was watching what we just watched? They still have 170,000 people watching the after show, where they're going back over the games. That's 170,000 people. You don't even have to go out and find it. Half of them games are gonna either be early access or coming out this summer and fall. They're out this year. They don't even have to find them, and it's cool. Like if you don't want them, like I'm not gonna go play Lego Horizon Adventures. I'm not gonna spend money on Civ 7. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not a Souls game player. Black Myth Wukong's not for me. I'm done with Dragon Ball. I'm done with that. I'm not gonna buy the realistic FPS shooter day one. Like that's not me. But I'm not gonna call it bad because I know that these games are for people. They are for people. And I'm not even saying that in terms of like, oh, well, somebody's I mean, somebody has 100 hours in Suicide Squad, killed the Justice League. I'm not even saying like people play bad games or whatever. I'm just saying that like there are genres that like I don't play in, but like just because every event isn't filled with CRPGs, JRPGs, and games based off of franchises that I love, that don't make it bad. So overall, I'll probably agree with you, Jakey Bo. I'll probably agree 7.5. Honestly, I'll probably lean on the 8 just because of the platform that a lot of indies were able to get this time. And the fact that he kind of tempered expectations a little bit, so that's fine. 7.5 to honestly an 8. But yeah, that'll be it for me. I gotta go do some outside stuff, if not just stuff related to other content. I appreciate anyone for tapping into the stream. We're back in full force on YouTube. I'm sorry for the inconsistency. Even streams will be more consistent, especially the summer, but hoping to keep that up as well going into the school year. I'll let y'all know about the second channel when need be, and because it's not really related to anything that I do on here. So I'm not really too pressed about like, you guys like transferring over there or whatever. But to anyone who is watching this in the replay, shout out to you. You're a real one. Shout out to Jacobo. I think he is the last one here. So other than that, I appreciate everyone for tuning in. And we back on the grind. So thank you. Y'all have a good day and peace.
DLC plus season pass. Yeah, it's something like this. The other sparking, yeah, I saw that for that they're gonna be diamond. Ultimate Edition is 110. Why am I seeing so many different niggas saying different shit? That spin-off Persona game looks hype. It's not a Persona game, but I know what you're talking about. You talking about Metaphor?